I'll start with the first group, which it's about navigating the online world, and was moderated by Sabrina Vorbau and Maria Palumbo. And Maria will be volunteered to tell us a few words about that. And it works.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, I have the hard job of summarizing to a session of 80 minutes in 2 minutes. But yeah, it was actually great. We started from the risk. We started from the challenges also on the online world. And we have the chance to also to listen from Carolina Suarez from APAV, she shared data from her helpline and hotline of APAV about the online risk, about the well-being, about cyberbullying, and how this is such an important topic and to tackle and to really tackle from different perspective. Few highlights that and things that emerged from the session we heard. So for example, we know that young people really feel safe in the online world and underestimate maybe the risk, and it's important that we are there to help them understand the real risk in the online world, because they really feel safe in this environment. At the same time, policies tend to be more reactive rather than proactive, so they tend to go on the rather to prevent, maybe to respond to what the risk, when the risk has already happened. And finally, maybe the educational technologies are introduced when without a real evaluation and on their impact and effectiveness. And it's important that we go there and we really understand when where is the risk, but also to understand to really monitor that part. So it was really great to listen from all of you, and it was really a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Maria. Oh, I have the microphone. Thanks a lot. Indeed, it's a great recap, and certainly we learned a lot, all of us, from all your contributions. Somebody else would like to comment on session one? Some aha moments, learnings that you bring back with you from the first session on online risks? We'll check that later. Okay, we can pass to the second session, which is about well-being by design, and Cristina Macarona, also from European Schoolnet, will be volunteer for a few words.
Nice to see some of the faces from the sessions yesterday. So what does by design mean? It means that we're putting forethought into the decisions that we make, no matter what stakeholder we are. And it also means that we iterate. So we see something that works, we try to make it better. So this is how we try to structure the session. We try to be positive, because very often workshops turn into venting sessions about all the things that don't work. We try to make it something about proven practices, examples of things that do work, and we can make them better. I only have here 3 things that came up. One that came up through the discussions yesterday as well, the presentations, is that parents should be included. Digital literacy should also start from the home, but parents should be included in the communities of schools. They should work with their children so they can gain skills themselves and pass them on to their children. The second thing was what was brought up, that students and children feel too safe, but that could be okay if the environment is actually safe. So if we created these controlled sandboxes where children could exercise their autonomy, explore the digital environment, but in a way that is indeed safe, then they can actually take agency and learn to make decisions for themselves. And the third thing is a very abstract thing, which has to do with conversations and community, like the ones we're having now. A term that I really liked yesterday was transient communities. Right now, we are a community. We're here, we're talking, we're bonding. And tomorrow, when we go back to our respective places, we should take these learnings and pass them on to our other communities that we're parts of. This is more abstract. We don't have an exact answer about how to do that, but it is something to take back home, think about, and try to iterate on. So that was our session.
Thanks, Christine. Brilliant, and I think indeed, I mean, we try to structure. At the end of the day, of course, these problems and these addresses are all interconnected, and the societal aspect and community aspect comes back again and again. And of course, perhaps also in the third session, which was moderated by Irini Simeni-Duda, will give us a quick update.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining the session and shared all these insights with us. So we try to keep the positive vibe from Christina, but we also shared the key concerns that digital well-being is facing nowadays, because we focused on teachers and students, because the session was all about digital well-being within and beyond the classroom. And we actually shared these three factors that influence the digital well-being in the classroom. It was the person-specific factors, the context-specific factors, and the device-specific factors. And I will try to share an example of these ideas and what it was shared. I'm really grateful for all the participants, because they tried to bring also key characteristics of good practices, because yesterday we heard about the how, and we wanted to focus also how to make it happen, not just to the concerns, thankfully, but unfortunately, a lot of concerns raised as well. So starting with the basics, teachers training, again, it was really important for the well-being of the teachers and also to keep the emotional availability of the teachers. A really great idea on the lack of timing was raised, that we don't realize that the technology run and teachers run behind it to try to keep up with all the updates. This was a part of the person-specific factors. Moving to the context factor, we had great presentations about the furniture and how important is the flexibility of the furniture and the furniture that can support the learning and the keeping up also with the devices that there are in the classroom. We've seen really anachronistic models of our schools nowadays. So it's important to rethink about the furniture and the moving around of our mindset with the group work. And even yesterday in the sessions, we need to redone the spaces for you all to feel better during your group works. And last but not least, about the device, a lot mentioned around the devices and how they purchase without also budget for maintain, and how hard it is for teachers to keep all the batteries charged and all the apps updated on time, and really good models need to be invested to try to help teachers to see what devices are working this week and in which we can play around next week. And another important that mentioned in the first session, it was that we cannot protect children without investing them, and the investment should start already from make it easier for them to log in and log out from the devices and their emails. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Irini. And it was really very telling. I mean, all this conversation that happened, I think, and also on the need of proactively really address this topic. And I think this is also what we're doing here to create this culture, and hopefully that's also helped to address this important topic by design in our structures and systems. Is there anybody that would like to share a thought, an impression? So, that's fine.